right, Mr. Blunt says there's an impression
I
of
agree.
a lack of unity in marriage. I struggle with the things, and this may not be it, but it could just be whatever.
You better not disagree with my wife, though. I don't care what you're gonna say next, but it better not be in opposition.
I agree
So,
with
go
you,
for it.
Mr. Blunt.
Go for
I
it.
struggle with the things that people do for looks. And I think we're not honest that we do it because of what people would think about us in our marriage. Because I think the flip side of that, and we've seen this a bunch of times, is that husbands drag their wives to churches that they don't want to go to simply because it's rare. It is rare that the husband follows the wife
I
to the
disagree.
church. It's mostly.
I disagree.
It's not rare.
Nah.
I'm not saying does it happen.
No. I think my opinion, and for what I've seen growing up in church for forever, is that one, the church is mostly women.
Okay, but we talking about.
No, let me finish.
Oh, don't say let me finish. I'm saying we talking about two different things.
We're not. If you let me finish.
All right, go ahead.
I agree.
So
This is gonna be that
the
type of
church is that's good. So the church is full of women, right? And so from what I've seen is that a lot of times the women who they're dating,
Wrong.
they're bringing these men to church. They're introducing so that's like if I'm dating a girl, or I don't say me, but if someone was dating a girl, I've seen them multiple times where guys would come to the girl's church, and that might be the church that they eventually join. So in my personal, what I've seen is that most women are showing up. They're already there. They're already at church. They already have connections and friends. And so they're bringing guys from wherever they're finding them at and bringing them into church. That's been my majority. I rarely see the reverse of that.
Okay, if you would have just let me cut you off. Rude. I was trying to tell you, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, I'm not talking about okay, most women are more faithfully attend churches more than men. I'm talking about you have two strong believers who meet and get married and who go to different churches. I'm going to XYZ church. I'm faithfully serving God. I serve at this church. And you have a wife that goes to another church.
Yeah.
The majority of the time, if you have two firm church-going believers,
right,
the wife ends up leaving her church to go to her husband's church.
All right, so look, I don't know if he's on the line, but word, Jarrell, if you hear, holla at me. Come up online. I don't know if y'all had that convo already, but that would be interesting. I think that's in where he is.
Because it's like this thing where the wife has to follow the husband. So I'm saying
I've seen that as well.
I'm saying I've seen that more times than not. I'm not saying that the husband never does it. Sometimes they go look for a church together, but a fair amount of times a wife could be planted at a good church that she loved, and if her husband is planted at a good church that he's loved, most of the time she's going to leave and go. And I'm saying, does that have to? And it seems, if we're saying that we do everything because of Scripture, everything because of God, is that fair? Like I'm saying, like it's an hour a day. It's an hour and a half a day. Like, why can't she go to where she feels connected?
Because if you're serving in the church, then it's more than an hour and a half a day. It's not like you just if you're engaged, then it's not just an hour and a half. It's hours of that day, and it's almost like a job. If you take it seriously, you dedicated your time, and you're building it could be important. It's important to me.
No, I know, but the going to the church is typically just a Sunday because they could both serve. They could go. I'm saying, but the only part where it would affect them, what they would normally be seen together, is just on that Sunday service. And it's like, I don't know. I'm not saying that this.
What
is
y'all think? We not getting a whole lot of feedback. I want to know what the chat is. We kind of frozen on the whole.
You might be frozen.
But I want to know what the chat and the viewers think in regards to husbands and wives. Here we go, serving at or going to church separately.
Fred, while we wait for some, what do you think?
Well, I don't know, like I said earlier, I think for me it's an important thing for me. Like I'm open to like I don't know. I think it's just important for me. Like I can't
Where's
imagine
your wife
myself.
at? I'm sorry, I
uh,
cut you off. I was thinking at the same time. Go.
I just can't imagine for me Sunday being there without my wife and we got kids too. So
Mhm.
going like I can't imagine us going to separate churches, and then like how does that work as far as kids like them going to like separate churches, them going to separate like how do one Sunday they go with me, one Sunday they go with you. Like I don't know what that looks like. For me, it was always important for me to have my family there, and we all go to and worship together.
Mm.
And it was very important for me to see that growing up. I think that had a big impact on my life. Me seeing my parents and us going to church together. So I don't know. I am open to say like it is a preference that it can't work any other way in my family for me in my house, but yeah, that's my opinion.
All right. Let me read these comments, and then I'm gonna ask y'all this next question.
All right.
All right. Jessica said, I stayed at a church for years, longer than I wanted to because my husband was not ready to leave. Jason, you jerk.
Who is
I-
this comment from?
I didn't love it,
Thank you, Bear.
but it was the right thing to do for my marriage. I trusted his timing and decision to move on. Aaron says, I agree with Jason. Well, we already talked about the type of person that Aaron Wilson is, okay? Guard your I couldn't think of what to say. I don't see God putting it in the heart of the wife and husband that it is the right thing to do to go to separate churches. Uh Future says, okay, I can see that one, but if the man is wavering or not strong in his faith, then the woman will be the motivating factor or the catalyst, and the couple or family going to church. I mean, I agree with all of these, kind of, sort of. I'm saying, and I'm just reflecting. I'm just thinking out loud. People
Yeah.
yell at you when you think out loud, particularly this guy. All right.
I'm not. I'm very.
Whoa! Stop yelling.
All right, Ken.
Whoa! But I'm saying, like, so is it right that the wife always follows the husband to whatever church he wants to go to? Like imagine, like,
Listen, I think look, part of this I think is just your personality type.
what you mean?
Like you just okay with not caring people, leaving people behind.
No, what are we like?
You
If
couldn't
someone's dying, I'm just like, oh, freak you.
You could never serve in the military.
I did not
You were like
receive that.
Forrest Gump. Ah! Stop my shit. Like you would leave everyone behind.
I don't
You
receive
couldn't
that.
serve.
I'm using my.
You could barely serve in the army of the Lord, let
Oh my
alone.
gosh. This is not Christian.
This is good.
This is good. I don't receive that. I don't like holding people to
hmm
and being held. And this is why I would agree with you as part of my personality. I don't like
Okay.
being holding people to and being held to the perception of other people.
Right,
The
I get that.
perception that if you don't go to the same church, then something must be wrong with your marriage. When there are plenty of people who go to the same
In church
church,
and it's
Yeah.
not wrong.
whose marriages are terrible.
I think that. I agree. I agree. I just think that if it happens, you just have to not care, or you should definitely consider your spouse.
Right.
Obviously, that should be a strong consideration. Your kids, like and your children too. Yeah, those are important. Those are, especially if you have young kids who are growing up, establishing friendships, relationships, and different things like that. I mean, there's a lot of factors in enjoying the church, but there should be even more considerations for separating the family.
I guess
That's the
so.
plank. Get that plank out.
Get the plate.
Get that plank. This is scripture out live.
He rubbing.
I'm saying, but could that be part of? I'm just asking. Could that be part of the consideration? So let's say, me. Let's say me and Debbie, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not. To be honest,
Mm.
I'm not thinking about it for me. I'm thinking about it for Debbie.
What do you mean by that?
As far as like, does my wife have to uproot herself
Right.
because I'm no longer here? It just seems a bit
Well,
No.
let me
selfish.
Go.
ask you a question.
Uh huh.
Since you brought yourself as an example,
Uh huh.
let's say that.
Not
Your
your wife. I
wife-
don't want to use myself as an example here. All right, go ahead.
Or you want me to use myself as an
Yeah,
example?
no, go ahead.
Let's say your wife Debbie, when you decide, because I see what you're saying. You're saying you're not going to obligate her to uproot herself because you don't no longer want to go to that church. But let's say she looks at you and say, "Look, I want you. I want us to worship together. Like, and I want us to hear. Like, what would you like? What was your reaction to that?
Like
be?
I'll leave for you, even though I want to stay. Type situation.
Like,
yeah.
oh, I'll stay for you.
Or more so, like, I guess it doesn't matter which way, but just more so like it matters to me. Like you say, it doesn't matter. Like I can feel
Right.
comfortable going to different churches. What if it matters to her?
Right.
Yeah.
Then I think yeah, but I think
Then I think what?
then yeah, we should go somewhere together. Or if she was so planted there, I would still go.
Okay.
Because again, and this could be dark, wrong, and God heal me, help me. It's Smoothie King, so I can eat a nasty smoothie. It's only an hour a week. I'm saying if the two people are on agreement,
Right.
the Christianese way is no, this is a sin. Like if the two people in agreement, like, hey, I am rooted here. I enjoy myself here. You don't enjoy yourself here.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to? And if I feel comfortable, like if I feel like if Debbie